Dude, I watched a bunch of the Charlie Kirk memorial service yesterday, which is what it was technically called, a memorial service.
Yeah.
It was like a festival.
It certainly seemed like, what did some of the ultra leftists say? That it was very reminiscent of a Nazi rally.
Which is hilarious because I don't think they understand what Nazis are and the type of people that were on that stage that day. So it is not Nazi.
Maybe just a little bit off color.
It's kind of the other side of that, by the way.
Kind of, sort of, yes.
So that even itself is hilarious.
Well, there were a lot of Christians that were part of the Nazi party back in the day.
It's true. I was looking through a list of people that had spoke, and it was Susie Wiles, who used to run the campaign for Netanyahu. You had Stephen Miller, who is like this Jewish, like super Zionist, pro-Israel, right hand of President Trump. Mm-hmm. You had Tulsi Gabbard, who is not a Christian. She's like some fringe Hindu shamanist type of weird spiritualism type of person.
Yep.
And you had a lot of Don Jr.'s speech was weird.
So why are you noticing the worldviews and religiosity of these individuals? Why does that matter, Matt?
Well, after 9/11, for the first time in the history of the country, they did the 9/11 memorial. That's not the first time. Well, that's the first time, but they did a memorial at the, what do they call it?
Ground Zero?
No, at the the Washington Church or the Washington Cathedral.
Yeah.
And for the first time at that cathedral, they had an interfaith service for the memorial of 9/11.
That's right. I remember Bush being there. Yeah.
Bush and Billy Graham spoke.
They had a Muslim, Islam.
And they had them all, and they kind of combined it in this idea of oneness of religion.
Yes.
And I didn't like that. I didn't realize that's what they did back then. But once I realized later in life that's what they did, I was like, dude, that didn't seem right.
Why? Are faiths not allowed to have interfaith ceremonies, Matt?
Well, faith is really interesting because you believe what you believe, meaning that you believe that what other people believe is not true.
Fair enough.
Then how can you put it all in one place?
When you don't focus on the dogma and the religiosity and you focus on the event. That is when interfaith ceremonies and interfaith memorial services are held, is when we can put aside our religious dogma for a second and we can worship together, not the same God, but we can memorialize and we can ceremonialize and we can pay our thanks and our grievances to this individual.
It seems heathenish.
It does seem very multicultural, melting pot-ish, if you catch my drift.
It is, especially because Charlie Kirk was an avid Christian.
He was.
To memorialize him in that way seems almost disrespectful to his life and his legacy.
So what are you grabbing at, Matt, here is that...
Dude, I do not want Hindu prayers at my memorial service when I die. I'm just going to let everyone right now. I do not want that shit.
Kind of where I was going.
I do not want that at all.
So are you saying that it was inappropriate for Charlie Kirk, a clear Christian, to have an interfaith ceremony?
Yes.
I can dig it. I can understand the need and the desire for just my people, my faith.
It's like when they had the Hindu shamanist at the RNC doing that weird prayer. I didn't like that. You know?
We also had at the RNC, we had the Jewish dancing and the Jewish stuff there too. So if we're, let's just say, recognizers of patterns, Matthew, it seems like wherever there's a Christian event, there seems to be deeply Jewish ties as well. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was odd. The pyrotechnics involved. It was a spectacle. It was a show. It takes a long time to put on a show like that.
Well, they said 7 days because of the Lord.
It takes a long time. It's almost like they've been planning it for a while.
Well, Matt, you know that I have an event coming up October 17th. And this is not a huge event. This is not a Charlie Kirk. There's only 200 people. But I'm working my ass off to make this small event of 200 VIPs happen.
Yeah.
So could it be a God thing? Maybe. But when they say, we did all this together in the last 7 days, it's like, I don't know, man. That's a heavy lift.
And there was
That's a really heavy lift.
one part of this festival that I thought was really odd, because you have all these people, and the people that are there, I don't fault them or blame them at all. They were there for the right heart, I believe. They wanted to be a part of something bigger, and watching the video clips of people like praying and singing, like, amazing. It's not their fault. But through this, they have this AI Charlie Kirk. They have this video of AI Charlie Kirk with AI voiceover on it, and it is talking about how he's in heaven. And dude, they made him like this digital Jesus figure to like blanket the entire population. That's messed up.
So let me close the loop on our previous conversation. You said unequivocally to the world, by the way, everyone, when Matt dies, please don't bring in the SARS.
No.
Okay? Don't bring in the SARS. He doesn't want the SARS. He loves you, but he doesn't want you at his death.
Well, I just don't want you on stage
Singing.
doing your
Bollywood.
I don't want that.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair request. I'm going to close the loop. Okay? So when I die, I want to make sure that none of that happens either.
Yes.
And it sunk into me just here, just in this moment. And I agree. I don't want any other religion to usurp my death. Now, it might seem selfish to say it like that, but no, I'm a Christian. I want my Christian people to be there, and I don't want SARS dancing around with Bollywood music in the background. I don't want Jewish people to be like, oh, I knew Peter, so therefore I'm going to sing Jewish songs. Not going to happen, Sar. So I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to close the loop. When I die, please don't have any dancing stars at my death either. I agree with that.
And one of the biggest religions in this country is the religion of politics. And for politics to take over and become this GOP propagandist type of atmosphere, they were signing up people to vote.
There was a lot of offer opportunities to support TPUSA as well.
There were
lots of money was flowing.
A lot of merch was being sold.
Yeah.
And this one pastor comes out and he does this altar call.
Yeah.
Which was okay, cool.
If you're a Christian, sit down. If you're not a Christian, stand up. It's like, whoa.
And then he says, oh yeah, and by the way, all those you stand up, why don't you guys scan this QR code?
Yes.
And I'm like, huh?